How has California grown their economy faster than the rest of the country? Easy, by meeting their ambitious climate and energy targets. Hello, and welcome back to another Good News Minute, where we bring you up to date on positive developments in the world of energy and the environment. Today, we want to celebrate an amazing achievement by our friends out west in the great state of California. Long a leader in environmental policies, the state is now beginning to meet their ambitious targets to reduce greenhouse gas emissions to at least 80% below 1990 levels by 2050. The state's progress so far can largely be traced to efforts from utility companies to comply with the state's Renewable Portfolio Standard, or RPS. The RPS calls for each utility to source at least 1/3 of their electricity from renewable resources by 2020, and 50% from renewable resources by 2030. As of today, California's utilities are well ahead of schedule. The three major investor-owned utility companies in the state have already surpassed their 2020 goals, including San Diego Gas and Electric Company significantly exceeding its goal, serving over 46% of its electricity with renewable sources. Remarkably, although critics of environmental targets often claim that they are a detriment to the economy, California has seen economic growth at a higher rate than the rest of the country while reducing emissions and increasing renewable generation. Considering that California's economy is larger than that of all but 4 entire countries, the state is an important indicator that, in fact, yes, it is possible to reduce carbon emissions and grow a robust economy at the same time. Challenges still lay ahead for California. The next big hurdle will be decarbonizing the transportation sector, which actually increased emissions in 2016 due to relatively low gas prices. What's more, the recent wildfires that ravaged parts of the state released enough carbon into the atmosphere to make a very real dent in the state's overall emissions targets. Overcoming these obstacles must become the new focus for state politicians and citizen advocates, now that the cost competitiveness of renewable generation is irrefutable. At the end of the day, we'd like to say thank you, California, for your commitment to the future of our planet. We'll be sure to keep you up to date on renewable economies all over the world, as our electrical grids become cleaner, cheaper, and more efficient. On behalf of our two sponsors, Climbable.org and Synapse Energy Economics, I'm Andrew Grandal. Thanks for joining us for another Good News Minute, where the forecast is always positive.